Who is that? Oh my god! How long is my shift anyway? Like, I have a lot of freedom. That's all I gotta say. And no one's come to the room, which is pretty weird. And I'm very confident in this going back and forth, going back and forth. And none of the other rooms I haven't really cleaned. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to the room, the 508. Maybe I was supposed to do stuff and I just didn't catch up on that. Hold up. Where's the 508? Hold up. I have towels and I think that's all I need. So before I go and I fix something, let me go do 508 because I think I'm actually supposed to actively be doing these. Because like, I'm just like, it's kind of weird that I'm not cleaning any rooms. I have so much time. I've been going back and forth, back and forth. And I was like, damn, the job doesn't seem that hard. But, no, I think I'm actually supposed to be doing this. It's just that I chose not to. Oopsies. Good to know that I still have time to do so. And maybe there are secrets lying around. Or maybe not, who knows? There shouldn't be, since it was just... Are you serious? You left your fucking lingerie. You left your lingerie here. That's so nasty. Knowing your coworkers doing all this shit. Ugh. Ew. You should be replacing the sheets. My job is done. I cleaned in here. Okay, back to real business. Go to room 507, which I'm right next to. Yep, great. Close the... Squishing me. Close the door. And then put the keys in.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it, and since you enjoyed them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike 2 5-letter words, okay. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alternative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. Okay. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I will bring you hot soup after class.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
The Postman Always Rings Twice is playing at Lowe's Theater tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing as you like crime stories and murder so much. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come with me? On movie tickets, Lowe's Theater. Montreal, Canada. Dear Anne, I have just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You are always in my head. Everything reminds me of you, not only songs on the radio, but silly things like flowers in our garden, that smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling. And I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent. Darling. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I am scared that all of this time with you was nothing but a dream. A dream too good to be true. I am afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed. Or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us so I would know for sure it was real. I long for embrace and taste of your sweet lips. Love you, M. Damn. Here's the pictures. This is so cute. Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe vite. My parents are glad I am done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship, you know, my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it is time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Aww.
That riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it. There's no shame in asking for help, Sophie. 2 heads are better than 1, especially when dealing with riddles.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
For you, always been.
I opened the chest in room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well. It's quite sturdy.
So, spill it. What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now? Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Hey, just because I read books doesn't mean I know everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling. Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did. But that could mean a lot of things. I'm not sure where to look.
Yeah, me neither.
Tell her to look for a name and surname that both start with the same letter. Maybe it's someone famous, like a writer or a singer.
Huh. You got that?
Yes. Thank him for me.
Will do. Anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you.
I'll ask for
Don't
help for the
mention
other
it.
one in a
I'm
second.
just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you've opened that case.
You
Yes,
know I
ma'am.
will.
Yes, mommy. Okay. Okay.
A cat named Greta. G.R.
GR.
GR.
From the first one, take the first two. From the last one, take the last two.
Bridget Boswell. Didn't I see that name somewhere earlier?
Should I look at for it in her room? The other room?
I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile.
Just throw those away. I'm gonna go to 9. Oh. GR. That's the first two, I just don't know the second.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
Did I get it? Oh. By pure coincidence. So, GR... GR-I-S? Gris? Or something? Anyways. Let's put all of these back. Now, I can go to 509. The fact that they're right next to each other, holy hell. Okay, 509. There we go. What do we got? The hell is this? It's a damn typewriter. Is this how they write notes to each other?
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Huh. Okay. Dear Marcella, or should I say Brigitte, you know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came up upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it from the cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussion in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer, and had to accept your love for me had never been real. Oh, this is so... oh my god. For many years I was brokenhearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you are well, and I'm happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I am happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I am willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Alana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, but I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we can open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. P.S. Do you remember that secret language we reinvented to Sister Miller, so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during our class? In secret language, I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Bro. Thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's our greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be concerned with what she deserves. than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy. And they won't be as long as they remain together. As long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be a great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Brigitte Boswell? To recognize you on the street? To recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
I left the house, I left Louis, I couldn't take it anymore, I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet, Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you to by my side right now. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Okay. This is a love story, not a murder mystery. Still a mystery. Imagine if I throw this away. Like, what the heck? Why would I do that? I'm not supposed to be in here.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Brigitte Boswell's first novel, your novel. Oh, so that's the thing that he was reading. I thought he was reading an erotica. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way. Oh! He's gay! Oh my god! This is a freaking Lgtbq whole ass game! What a pleasant surprise! And I thought it was a lady, because like the name is Lindsay. I'm like, what is Lindsay doing at war? Anyways, oh, I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I had never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. But he hasn't responded, right? After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Brigitte was a sodium, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man and never give up. Do you think we can meet? I have so much to tell you. That's kind of creepy, though.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Dear Marcella, thank you for answering my letter. I realize how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could have a train to Virginia, and that's not an option right now, as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I will probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I telling you all of this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life. I do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already. Paul.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
Dear Marcella, I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Oh! Fuck! That sucks. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the deaths and chaos, he would marvel at the forest of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I had to admit your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answers. But now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain. But I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm already excited to know I'll finally meet you. So Marcella planned something involving these two people. That's why they were so close, and that's why they were here, and that's why their rooms were so close to each other.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's inside.
I wonder what's in it.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Everything we're doing is illegal.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, too late. I've always known I would end up in prison one day.
Oh my god, this crazy woman.
So?
It's 3 train tickets.
For all of them to
And,
leave.
There's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
He was a fan of Marcella.
I think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What did she hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
To
I'm
help
not
them
sure.
leave?
I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them.
Same.
But once in
Can't
a
blame
while,
you for that.
it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
Yeah. And who are you?
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I
Challenge accepted.
Ooh, this is
Come
cute.
see me when your shift ends, alright? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a
Ooh.
sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
Okay, now it's gonna happen. I need to put everything back.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
Something's gonna happen. I'm scared. Close this shit up immediately. Okay. Oh, watch. I'm pretty sure, and I hope that I am right, that I left everything mostly like it was supposed to. Look like. I don't think I left anything out of place. What is that bell? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh shit! Who's at the elevator? Someone dead? Who is that? Oh my god! I thought I was gonna get caught! There is a murder. What? Oh! Who-
Mr. Cruz?
Cruz. Oh,
Mr.
Paul
Cruz.
was hired to kill Mr. Cruz?
Oh god. Oh god. What happened? Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We will look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge in a guest's personal information, regardless of that guest's behavior. As I am sure you will understand, we are concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself on its discretion. Please contact us should that guest bother you again. Bernard. Oh my god. Should that guest bother you, that guest fucking killed him. So he was hired to kill? Makes sense because he's in the military, but like Marcella, you're gonna get Paul in trouble. Oh my god.
Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
Insured Hector, beneficiary. She wanted $10,000? This is how she was gonna pay him? Girl! That's wicked. I know you're living like a love story and all, but like that's a wicked. This is not sweet. Oh my god, I thought this was a little sweeter. And if I throw away this fucking thing, it's like helping Paul. I mean, I read all their information, but I'm not obligated to help. And plus, murder is murder. And plus, Cruz is not the husband that was abusing the other one. Oh my god. Let's see what he came all the way. He was crawling. Fuck. I know where the fuse box is. Oh my god. Why was he all the way here? Oh, right, this is his room, no? 502? No, this is not his room. So they fought here? What the fuck? Hold up. I need the lights on. What is this? This isn't...
Should I hold on to this?
No, put it back. Put it back. Bro, put it back. Don't mess with that. That must be Paul's cameras. Aren't I stepping on the blood? Oh well.
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
February 14, Montreal's much bigger than I expected. Big cities always make... Why did he leave this? Why did he do this so, like, messy and left everything on the floor? Montreal's much bigger than I expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely, and that feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I could not understand. I bought an English to French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel is nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for the big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today's Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcella out these past weeks have been a great distraction, but it still hurts so much every time I think about him. I had hoped the pain would have gone by now. I'll probably need a double dose of Miltone to sleep tonight.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away.
Today I wanted to
why he
follow
was
Marcella
upset
and
with us.
Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab. That's when I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided upon my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and yet it also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector returned, I started looking at the hotel staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They were both seemed like nice people. I wish I had found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the fifth floor, seems to share my interest for other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her. Who's sneaking out of their room?
Right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
Who's sneaking out of their room every night? The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel. So tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at this ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours, and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for a Miltone tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time to let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I awoke around 9:30 a.m. and realized I had fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I am thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should. Wait, where's the rest? It's got blood on it.
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
Huh? I think she's trying to I think she's trying to what's the word? Incriminate Paul by making it seem like he's the killer because oh, Paul this, Paul that, da da da. I think she's trying to frame him. So maybe I should take that ice pick. I should help Paul out, but I don't know how. Anyways, follow me around and take notes of my comings and goings. I am aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would, of course, be the first to read manuscript once it's finished. Dear Paul, I hope
really
spying
got
on
into
me
his role.
isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 to 3 weeks. Thanks again for your help.
He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Huh. Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I am starting to worry you are taking your role a bit too seriously. You are not a real detective. You have to let go. Huh. So maybe she isn't doing all of that? I thought she was trying to send him to kill her husband. Honestly, I'm just gonna be a bystander. I'm gonna let this slide. So there's like a necklace. But what the fuck happened here? So he was stabbed right here by someone. And then they crawl. I need to restore the power, that's for sure. You know, I know that I'm like investigating and doing all of this, and it's probably smarter that I leave. I don't even think I can leave through the elevator. I have to return the power. So, never mind. Let's hope that I can be better than Eugene. Or maybe Eugene was supposed to fix this?
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
The ice pick? I'm gonna pick that shit off the floor? The murder weapon? Ma'am. Listen, I had no choice. I needed to restore the power so I can go through the elevator. And is the power only for this floor? Like the elevator and all that stuff? Or is it for the entire hotel? Because maybe somebody else would be trying to, do something. Either way, I need to put this back.
That worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back. How did this end up here?
What is this? Safe combinations? I can look into all of them. What would it be? So
Not much
509.
use without the rest of the code.
507 can't see. 505 also can't see.
Not much use without the rest of the code.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's something I could do to it later.
Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now.
So I fucked up because
Your note
oh
will
my
have to
god.
make do.
Anyways, if there's a power outage, I'm busy preventing another part of this hotel from collapsing. Here's what to do. Check fuse box plan for required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from socket. Tip blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in a few new fuses in sockets. Make sure amperage is correct. Flip big lever to restore power. Eugene. So, are these the batteries for it?
Yes, this is what I need.
Okay. And there should be no more. Okay, so the first thing. Check fuse box plan for required amperage of each socket. Remove all the blown out fuses. Whoa, okay. So, bye. So, 15 something. That doesn't help. Type A. Can you put back the broken one? Ow. Hold up. This is type P. Type P. Type A was 15, so this is also a type A, right? I don't know which one is blown out. Oh, hey. Here's one. There we go. There's one. Okay. A. Alright. And now this one needs an S. Did I get it? Woo! I don't know. Okay. Now I should put the toothpick back. I mean, ice pick back. This is crazy. Imagine coming out of your room and seeing this. Place ice pick back. That's probably the murder weapon. I'm leaving. I got the key, my key, master key, the screwdriver, and a towel. Yep. Au revoir!
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
No, I think I was sneaky as a thief. How can I leave this floor? Maybe I should call someone? Paul is not even in this room. Okay. I didn't think the murder would happen after all the investigation. I thought it would be... What the hell? No one's picking up the phone? am I supposed to leave? But as I was saying, I thought we were gonna find a body in one of the rooms and then figure out what's going on with it. I didn't think a body was gonna come afterwards. Why is no one picking up? Okay, I'm just gonna assume that every phone doesn't work. Tell me, character.
No answer. Beth must be busy trying to restore the power in the lobby.
Sorry, it was the hotel. Well, the whole hotel. The entire hotel. So I'm here trapped with a murderer. Is what you're saying. How can I get down?
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
How do I go down the lobby? There's only one elevator. Fuck. Leave. Wait, hold on. Yes. I'm gone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Cruz, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ugh. That must be freaky. I wouldn't touch that. Rigor mortis.